Today, by popular demand, we're going to be taking a look at the Japanese folklore hero, Jiraiya, and the real-life explorer, Tenjiku Tokubei. We're going to be taking a look at their origins, their portrayals in Japanese culture, and why they are often confused for one another. We'll actually start with Tenjiku Tokubei because he came first. Tenjiku Tokubei was an adventurer and a merchant from the 1600s. He traveled all across Asia, engaging in commerce in China, India, Thailand, and Vietnam. Born Tokubei, his nickname, Tenjiku, is the old name for the Indian subcontinent. So you could read his name as India Tokubei. The majority of the information of Tokubei comes from his self-written accounts. In Tokubei's tale of crossing the sea to India, he details his travels and his adventures. Due to the charm of his tales of adventures in exotic lands and such, kabuki plays and ukiyo-e adaptations of his exploits saw him come across mythical creatures, magic, and he himself becoming a sorcerer, the sort of anti-hero who was popularly portrayed wielding magic and riding a giant toad. Now this leads to the story of the other character, the famous Jiraiya. Now Jiraiya's original tale was first published in the early 19th century. Some believe that the character was actually inspired by the tales and legendary depiction of Tenjiku Tokubei. Since both are portrayed as sorcerers summoning giant toads, many people often confuse them for one another. However, an easy way to figure out who's who is to look at the reference material for the tattoos, for example. Often the reference material will be ukiyo-e woodblock prints, and since they contain the name of the character, you will be able to tell whether it's Jiraiya or if it's actually Tenjiku Tokubei. Going back to Jiraiya's story though, one version of his tale portrays him as a sort of righteous thief with ninjutsu skills, who would graffiti his name at the sites where he stole. Other versions portray Jiraiya as a masterless samurai, or a ronin, who becomes a wanted bandit. In any case, through the various version of events, he meets a shape-shifting toad who teaches him toad sorcery and advises him to use his powers for good. Jiraiya eventually becomes a sort of vigilante, and along the way he meets Tsunade, who herself had a similar encounter. She learns slug magic and is able to summon a giant slug herself. Jiraiya and Tsunade eventually marry, and they become a renowned vigilante couple, so to speak, and through a series of events, Jiraiya and Tsunade face off against the now popular figure of Orochimaru. Orochimaru was born to a serpent mother and capable of wielding serpent magic, and so this rivalry of sorcerers between Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru has been popularly depicted across the ages in plays, TV shows, games, and so on and so forth. Now to summarize, Tenjiku Tokubei was a real-life Japanese explorer whose legendary exploits grew in popularity in such a way that he obtained legendary powers such as wielding magic and summoning a giant toad. Jiraiya, on the other hand, is a mythical character who is extremely popular in the stories and plays both of old and in modern times. He is known as a thief with ninjutsu skills, and he has the ability to summon giant toads as well, which is why they're both commonly confused for one another. I hope you found this clip useful. If you would like to see more figures covered, specific themes related to traditional Japanese tattooing, or even interviews with certain horishi, just drop me a line and let me know. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more.